it's a lot cleaner. It's a lot safer. You're not licking that bottle or that cup directly. And so you can still get your salt and it's safer.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Because Adulting is Hard podcast. I'm Alita and this is Johnny Loftis, and he owns one of the coolest products that I've seen on the market, and I see lots of products, y'all. And not only is it cool, but it's made locally. Johnny, tell us a little bit about you, and this is the product we're going to talk about, y'all. I don't know if can you see it on there, Garrett? Yeah, woohoo! We're going to go into detail about it, but this solves all the life problems for people that drink beer with salt.
Right.
So tell me what we have here. Let's start out with how you came up with this crazy idea.
Yeah. So, when I started drinking beer, I learned about people who put salt and lime on it, like on Corona or Dos Equis. And I've always liked that. And that's how I drink my beer. And then me and my wife and some friends were out, and we got some Dos Equis, and we were waiting on limes. We had asked the waitress, and it was kind of taking a long time. And so it was
now your beer's getting warm.
Yeah. It was just like, it was a weird thing. And I talked to my wife and I said, what if you had like a little strip you could just pull out of your purse and stick it on the beer? And then like the big, huge light bulb went off. So I always have these different ideas, but for some reason, this one stuck with me. And then it was 2 days later, I had a prototype. I developed it over about a year because I wanted to get it right.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
And then we started selling in January 2019.
Okay.
And it's just exploded since then.
Yeah. So let me show you what they look like, y'all. It literally is like look, I'm gonna hold them up like this. It's 2 salted strips. So I'm going to show you how I use them. So I take this strip and you pull it off. What is this strip made of?
It's just like a wheat flour candy strip.
Okay, so I don't know, but it's delicious. And Johnny and I were actually talking about, there's a debate over how you use these strips. So this is how I use mine, y'all. So this is my Corksicle Slim Can, and I am obviously a keto person. So I have a Truly in here. So my Truly is in here. And because I don't drink beer anymore, when you lick the salt on the side of your Truly, it's like I can pretend I'm having a Corona, and it sits so much better. I stick it to the outside of here. You can stick it to your bottle. You can stick it to wherever you want. But for me, I want to trade them in and out. But the debate that people have is, what do they do with this strip? This is how I use mine. Tell me how you've seen people
use it. So I mean, there's several different ways you can use it. Well, okay, the first thing is, you don't have to use the whole strip.
I knew you were going to say that. That was the first thing that I wanted to say about.
We get, and it's weird, we get comments on social media. They say, well, that is way too big. I don't need that much salt. Well,
they cut it into 3, Johnny.
Yeah, so they cut it into 3. Some people tear pieces off.
Some people cut it long this way.
Yeah, or cut it in half. So that's the cool thing about it, is that you can, so that pack comes with 10 strips. But if you, let's say, tear it into thirds, you can actually get 30 beers out of it. So, I mean,
those people are not with me. I want I want all the salt, because that's how much I wish I want a full lick of salt with my beer. That's what used to drive me crazy about dressing my beer.
It's gone in like what, 4 or 5 sips, and then you're done.
Well, and now let's talk about it in the Rona too. Now you're licking the bottle that somebody. No.
Yeah.
That's a hard pass.
It is. Yeah. So and this is, it's a lot cleaner. It's a lot safer. You're not licking that bottle or that cup directly, and so you can still get your salt, and it's safer, frankly.
Okay. So then there's a trick there's a treat at the end. And again, you have great social media. So that's kind of, him and I were talking about, he uses customers like my customers, like y'all that are on this platform. And when you send him when you tag him in stories, either on Instagram or Facebook, he uses a lot of those good images. So obviously we're going to play around with that a little bit, but when you're done and all the salt is, I mean, come on, it's a noon somewhere, right? Okay. So when you've licked all of your salt, this yummy candy under here, it's like a salty goodness, y'all. Right. It's literally, what is it? It's lime flavored, right?
It's like a lime flavored gummy strip is what it is. So, some people don't want to mess with it. And if it's not on a koozie, they don't want to mess with it. They just throw it away.
Right.
And they get another one. But then some people eat it.
Oh, it is the best part of the thing. It's like, if you're a fan of those little salt packets, like you used to lick the pickle salt out of your hands, this is your product, y'all, because you're going to get to, it's like a candy treat. Yes, for all the keto people out there, it's got 3 carbs in it, and it's well worth it
does,
to me.
but here's the thing, because people have asked, they said, well, how many carbs does it have? That's only if you eat the strip. Like the salt doesn't have any carb in it. The salt and the flavoring doesn't have carbs, so you can lick the salt off.
And if you're cutting it in 3, you're only getting 1 carb, y'all.
Right.
I mean, just 1 carb.
And you're drinking anyway when you're doing that. So
it comes in 2 flavors, and both of these are available at the Funky Monkey. They're also available on his website if you're further out. But this is the regular salt lime flavor. Talk to me about this one.
So we have a lot of customers that use like a tahini product. Are you familiar with tahini?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we wanted to get that type of flavoring because people will put that on their beer too. So we made a chili lime flavoring.
And so like on a michelada, or I even use it. I know this is going to bring out the San Antonio girl in me, but I put this on the side of my cup when I'm having a fruit cup. And so then instead of having the salt inside your fruit cup, because it makes it all the juice like mixed together, and I don't like that. So then I can just lick my fruit cup and then eat my piece of fruit.
Exactly, yeah.
So where are you located out of?
So our business is based out of Santa Fe.
Okay.
We just leased a 3,000 square foot building there, and we're doing all of our fulfillment. But customers can buy it at Salteez.com, or we have stores all across Texas and surrounding states that sell it too.
Right. Of course, we want you to buy it from thefunkymonkey.com.
Yeah, get it from the Funky Monkey. But if you don't have Funky Monkey, you can get it from Specs.
Absolutely.
Or pretty much any convenience store, liquor store.
Across the state of Texas, right?
Correct.
I mean, obviously, I think this is a fantastic product, and I see lots and lots of products at market. If this isn't coming to mainstream market soon, people are missing out, y'all. If you're we have a lot of boutique owner followers. If you're interested in looking for this wholesale, I can also hook you up with that.
Yeah. Let me say something of that for a minute. We have over 700 boutiques that buy directly from our website wholesale. So if you are a boutique and you want to carry this, just go to Salteez.com and click on wholesale. You can fill out the short form and we'll approve it right away, and you can buy these wholesale.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you own a business and you don't have this in your store, you're missing out. I sell probably about 25 to 50 in a week minimum. Yeah. They're a regular pickup item. It's great going into the holiday season, all the things. Yep. And so I appreciate you. I mean, I literally I was like, I love your product. Can you come on my show? So what do you think we can see in the future out of Salteez?
So there's a couple things that we're working on. Obviously, new flavors. Okay. We want to get like a lemon flavor. The most requested item we get is pickled flavor. So we want to get that.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, so we want to get that. And then kind of like a sneak peek, we want to come out with the sweet line where it's like a peach or watermelon or different flavors. So you can put on other drinks. It'd probably go
like a sugared rim martini.
A sugared strip.
A sugared strip, absolutely.
And then we also, we're going to eventually take this down to like maybe a smaller number of strips for a little bit lesser price.
Okay, so a little bit smaller, independent. I think the 10 is never, I don't have any problems with them as long as you keep them sealed. I put them by the pool all the time.
Yes.
If you leave them open, we are in Texas humidity, y'all. I mean, it's going to ruin your strips.
It feels like 110 yesterday. So.
Oh, for sure, especially if you've sat outside with them. But this is a really cool product, and I love how innovative you were, and that's exactly the types of products that make it on the market. Is they come up while you're sitting with your wife, and then they are in fruition. So again, they can see you where? On Salteez.com.
Salteez.com, or in the Funky Monkey, or in Specs. And then we have about 7 different regional distributors and 1 major national distributor. So they're in a lot of stores. I don't know exactly where because they don't tell us, but you can find them in a lot of convenience stores and liquor stores.
So let's talk a little bit about what owning a small business has looked like for you. It's different because you have a product. I'm the retailer. You have a product. So talk to me about what this has looked like during the Rona for you.
So, we were kind of nervous when Corona really started hitting.
Who wasn't? Yes.
Yeah, and we're like, okay, so this is our family business. So what's going to happen going forward? And we started preparing, for the worst. But immediately we started noting sales are not trickling off, and then we noticed sales started going up and up and up. And we had from year over year March, we doubled those sales. And then everything's been exploding since then. And what we're finding is that we are trending along with liquor sales.
I was about to say that liquor sales across the nation are up
what was
because
the numbers, like up 300% or something like that?
Yeah, well, because you're not going in public to drink, so the only option is to drink at home.
Right.
Which now people are realizing is so much more cost effective. I mean, we all knew that, but now you can add in an accessory and make your drink exactly the way that you want it during this. I carry this in my fanny pack. I know. I mean, don't laugh at me, but I mean, if I'm gonna go in public, y'all, and I'm gonna, I don't drink very often, but I'm very particular about what I have, and this is a required product on my any type. I mean, I put it on vodka. I put it on vodka water, y'all. And they're gonna think I'm a drunk, but I mean, it's true. It's got so many ways that you would drink it if you're a salt lover, like a salt and lime lover.
Right. So we understand that. We have customers that sometimes when people see it on social media, when we push ads, they're like, "What in the world? Who puts salt on their beer?" And some people don't do that, and that's okay. But they're typically in the northern.
They are not from Texas.
They're not. They're not.
They are not from Texas.
They're from the northern states, and they just don't do that. But for people who do put salt on their beer, they get it instantly, and they're like, "Okay, wow, that's a much better way to do it."
Oh yeah, because it's just so much more stuck to the.
Right. You're not making a mess, and it is, a lot more sanitary.
I like it. I like it a lot. Thanks, y'all, and remember to live happier because adulting is hard.
Thank you.